Hello, everybody. Once again, it is Mr. Cinema Junkie with my J selection for Dyslexic Nick's Alphabet of Awesome Movies. This movie, when I first saw it, just completely captivated me and grabbed my imagination and wouldn't let go. There was not a whole lot about this movie I can say that I disliked. I really liked this movie a lot, and that's why it's on my selection, of course. That's why I consider it an awesome movie. And that movie is Jeepers Creepers. It's basically a story about a brother and sister who are on their way home for the holidays, I believe, from college. And they run afoul of this person driving a truck who is dumping bodies near a church. They go to investigate the church to find out if that was a body that he was dumping. And the brother, played by Justin Long, his name's Derry, he goes down into this underground area and finds all these bodies that were just like perfectly preserved, and they're stuck all over the walls, all over the ceilings. And he runs into a person who was in the midst of dying, who has just been dumped, who has just recently been dumped there. You hear the story of a couple that were found, or they went missing, heads removed, that kind of thing. Some to that effect. I haven't seen the movie in a long time, but he finds those two bodies in there, and they're perfectly preserved, even though they had disappeared maybe 20, 30 years prior. So he knows he's onto something big, and he gets out, and they escape, and this thing starts hunting them down. It's then that it's discovered that this is not just a man; it is a creature, kind of gargoyle-ish in appearance, has wings, very sinister. And once it locks on to these kids, or the boy in particular, he'll follow them to the ends of the earth to find them. Uh, they meet up with a psychic. The psychic kind of lets them know, you're in a lot of trouble. I've seen you in trouble. I've seen you in a lot of pain. I have visions of you hurting. And she starts singing the Jeepers Creepers song to him, because she says she hears that song when he's being hurt. There's no stopping this creature. They run over it, they shoot it, they do everything to it, and it never stops. Just keeps coming at him, keeps coming at him. And it's a very intense horror movie, different from a lot of movies I had seen up to that point. And it was just all around a great flick. Now, I have to say, when I first saw this movie, I was just taken in by what the movie was, what it offered. And then it was then that I found out about the checkered past of the guy who made the film, Victor Salva. And I often wonder, if there's a movie that just completely captivates you and completely blows you away, and you enjoy it, and then you find out that the guy who made the film wasn't a very good person, actually wasn't a very good person at all, he was a very bad person. Uh, do you stop liking the movie because of that? Or do you continue to like the movie and just don't like so much what the guy did or anything that he stands for? Those who don't know much about Victor Salva, Google him, because I'm not going to talk about it here, but it just kind of brought up, I just wanted to post that question to you. Like, if you have a movie, say, pick your favorite movie, and then picture if the worst person in the world made that movie, the absolute worst person you could think of. I don't know, Adolf Hitler or somebody, just off the top of my head. Uh, would you say, "Oh, I'm gonna get rid of that movie. I'm gonna throw it away because it was made by such a person, even though I like the movie"? Or do you keep it and just say, "Hey, I like it for what it is, regardless of what this person did"? Just a little something I'd throw out there in addition to this short review. But for me, Jeepers Creepers, I didn't care too much for the sequel. It was okay, but I really, really like Jeepers Creepers. It's one of those movies I could watch definitely a few times a month and not get bored of it. This has a lot of sinister imagery. Very haunting images. I think the truck, more so than the creature, for me, was actually the most haunting thing about the movie. It was so the horn on it was just that noise that it makes, like that's doom embodied in that horn right there. You know you're in for some trouble. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, and I can't imagine anyone who hasn't seen it, but it's possible. There's a lot of movies out there people haven't seen. If you have not seen Jeepers Creepers, definitely give it a look. And if you have seen it, comment below. Tell me what you think of it. And that is my selection for the J's in Dyslexic Nick's Alphabet of Awesome Movies.